Hey beauties, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I have picked up some new product at Dior. I have the latest primer. I have the Forever Velvet Veil, that is the mattifying primer, and I also picked up one of the new loose setting powder. I'm going to be putting them to the test today. I'm going to try them on, also be doing a wear test. So let's get going with this new primer at Dior. I picked up the matte version. There is a glowy version of it. This is a 24-hour mattifying makeup base, so your primer that's got a blurring, a smoothing, and a pore refining effect. It also has SPF 15 into the formula. I used to have the previous version of this primer and I absolutely loved it. I have to say though, I preferred the packaging from the previous formula. This is great if you are traveling or if you are a makeup artist. It fits really well in a makeup bag. But if you like to keep your luxury makeup product out on your vanity, this is not the best of the look. I like the new writing and the new logo, but I just think the previous version was just a little bit more luxe in terms of packaging. So this is how it looks like, and it's meant to be, it's a silicone-based formula. It's meant to be instantly blurring, refining the fine lines, and just smoothing your skin. And I have to say, it just blurs instantly, and it's so silky, like silicone-y silky onto the skin. It is unbelievable. It's got a very delicate soft floral perfume. It has blurred completely onto my hand here versus here where you see a little bit more the skin. It has given that filtered, that blurred look onto my hand. Apply, you know what, I'm just gonna do one side so we can compare. It applies beautifully, really just glides onto the skin. And I'll make sure I'll come really close onto the camera so you guys can see how it looks and blurs instantly the pores. But I think you can already see onto the forehead. This is mattifying, and here you can see the shine and the pores. I'm gonna come really close. And this is completely mattified. It's got hyaluronic acid into the international formula, so I believe that if you are in North America, I don't think you will have hyaluronic acid into the formula. Sadly, depending on where you are based, the formula will be slightly different. But this is, seriously guys, absolutely beautiful. See here how you see the pores. And here it has blurred and smoothed out everything. It's very, very soft. It's very silky. It doesn't feel greasy at all. Instantly, you can really see the pores being blurred, and your skin is just so smooth. It's super light as well onto the skin. You don't feel anything. And sometimes silicone-based primer do tend to be a little bit heavy. You do feel that silicone-y effect onto your skin. In this case, you don't feel anything. It's also going to extend the life or the longevity of your foundation. Primer is going to help to reduce the shine onto your skin. It's mattifying. It's a long wear product, and by definition, it's going to help your foundation to stay in place. Well, that's the goal anyway, to look a little bit more flawless, to not crease. And it's also made for sensitive skin, so if you have a more sensitive skin, a product like this should be good for you. Definitely a little bit more tailored for combination skin, but even if you have a dry skin, nothing stops you from wearing it. So I'm going to apply it onto the other side. I don't see what's the shelf life of the product. It is not, I would assume it's probably 12 months if I had to take a wild guess. I just can't believe how instantly it just blurs everything. Obviously now I want to see how it's going to react whenever I add my foundation, which I will do in a few minutes. I really hope it's not going to be peeling, because that would be the end of the world, and how it looks after a few hours. But for now, Let's see, I only had my skincare that I've done this morning with sunscreen. For my foundation, I'm going to apply my Dior Forever Skin Wear foundation, the matte version. And it's also supposed to be helping to reduce the risk of oxidation with the foundation. So far, nothing is peeling. So far, I have to say it's looking very much flawless. The foundation has not peeled. It's matte, but it's got that really nice velvety finish. It doesn't feel chalky or flaky. No peeling. Everything is it's very smooth. It's very blurred. It's super light onto the skin, even with the foundation. And it has blurred so much the pores, and it hasn't sit or crease in any of the lines, especially here on the smile lines. It's a place where usually you would find some product creasing a little bit because we do have a lot of movements. So far, I'm really impressed. Let's see in a few hours how it looks like. But so far, this is very good. This new primer also comes in the Glow Veil formula, which will give you a little bit more of that radiant skin, that will give you a little bit of a boost of hydration, and it's meant to be great for skin that just needs that refresh. That if you have a skin that is looking a little bit dull or just tired, and if you do not have an oily or combination skin, I would give a try to the Glow Veil primer. If, however, you want to blur, you want something that will really help your foundation to grip, to blur, to smooth out, and to reduce the appearance of textures, fine lines, and pores, go with this matte version, the Forever Velvet Veil. Let's now have a look at the new setting powder. This is a loose setting powder that is great for any skin type. It's perfect to blur. It's not going to emphasize any of the pores or skin texture. It's also great for touch-up because it's a loose powder. It's very finely milled. It's going to set your makeup in place. And as I mentioned, perfect for touch-up throughout the day. It's also going to help with oil and shine control. So let's have a look. This is how the packaging is looking. I like this packaging. It's looking great. It's looking luxe. I have the shade Translucent. It's one thing that I find at Dior, all the powders and foundation always tend to pull a little bit warm, so I went for the Translucent. Otherwise, you have 5 shades in total. You have a fair, a light, a medium, and a darker. I went for the safe bet because I have the shade 02 Light in the compact, and it just pulls so warm. I didn't want to have the same issue. However, the shelf life is only 6 months, which I think is next to nothing when it comes down to a loose powder. You know, I think it could have been a little bit longer. It comes with this very luxe and fluffy powder puff, and this is how it looks like. So again, I'm going to do one side of my face, and I'm going to use this powder puff. Soft and delicate little floral perfume. Oh, it is very blurring. So my go-to powder is the Guerlain, the Parure Gold Skin Micro Diamond. That's the one I use every day. It's also the shade Translucent. I just love from Guerlain how it's not heavy, it's very light, it's mattifying, but it's got a beautiful luminosity. So let's see with this. My guess is it's going to be a little bit more of a matte powder at Dior. And you could do as well a baby bake with this powder. And it's a true translucent powder. It hasn't added any color or altered the shade. And look at how much it's blurred. and made everything very smooth and very matte. Maybe a little too matte. I can't believe I'm saying this. So this is the foundation with just the primer, and this is the foundation with the primer and the powder. This powder is beautiful. It's very, very, very fine. I love how it really just grips onto your skin, but very lightly. It's very, very soft. It's blurring, but it's very, very matte. It's very, very matte. It's not as blurring as the compact powder. The compact powder is extremely blurring. You could literally wear this on its own as a almost like compact foundation. I'm happy that I've picked up the translucent. I just think for me, because if you want to apply it all over your face, and if you have bronzers or you want to apply it over a cream blush and just set your product, I think for me a translucent powder is the way to go. But it is very matte. Yeah, I don't have the luminosity that I usually get with my Guerlain, which I really, really like. And it's very blurring, like instantly it just blurs everything. But also the risk is it to turn cakey. So let's see. I'm going to apply the rest of my makeup, and I want to show you how the products are behaving under and whenever I apply the rest of my makeup. I'm gonna go with my Chanel blush. This is the shade Quintessence. A nice fresh pink. It's got a really nice grip. Obviously the Chanel blush is very light, it's very soft. It's a matte blush. And nothing is peeling, nothing is moving. So far it's very, very pleasant onto the skin. And there's still no creases or anything with the foundation onto the complexion. I finished my eye makeup. I've used the Ombre Essentiel from Chanel in the shade Quartz Fumé with my Chanel Mascara Le Volume, and I have a little bit of lipstick from Chanel as well. This is the Rouge Allure Velvet in the shade Inimitable 78. And now I'm just reflecting on the complexion. The primer is beautiful. Nothing has peeled, crease. It's very flawless, it's very smooth, everything is blurred. It might actually be too matte. I feel like it's just taken away the life out of my face. I love how it's very light, it's very finely milled, it's super blurring. Definitely great for touch-up on the go. But I feel like it's just too flat or matte. I don't know. I think I need to see in a few hours how the makeup is going to look like, you know, once you've had, after a few hours, once, you know, you've worn your makeup for a little while and you've just moved and the skin is looking a little bit more like skin. So I'm going to add a little bit of powder from Hermes, my Healthy Glow Mineral powder, just a little bit around the edges of the face because this is looking lifeless. And I can't believe I'm saying this because I love Dior and I love a velvety matte finish, but this is just a little bit too matte for my liking. Just a little bit of powder to try and revive the skin. I think I'm gonna be better off with Guerlain les Météorites, les Perles. I don't know. You see, you already have a little bit more luminosity. I feel like that's what's missing, just a little bit of luminosity. So this is how the makeup is looking. So I've added a little bit of the Les Perles Météorites, just a little bit here to kind of revive the skin a little bit. I think if you have an oily or combination skin, this is great for you. It's really tailored for absorbing the oil and making sure that everything is completely matte and flawless. In my case, I do not I have a normal skin with every now and then a bit of a dry skin in some areas. I don't have any major skin concerns, so I've used a foundation that is by definition matte and transfer proof. So I think all of this together is making your skin looking completely velvety matte. But I can already tell you there's no peeling, there is so far no creasing. I mean, it's looking very flawless. We cannot say that the skin is not looking flawless. That's one thing I have to give. It also doesn't feel like my skin is going to crack. It's not drying and it doesn't feel heavy or anything. So a lot of positives. So coming back here to show you the makeup. It's been about 4 hours already. And guys, it's looking absolutely flawless. I'm gonna come really close, sadly for you. Not a single crease, like around the eyes, around the nose. It's completely intact. I haven't blown my nose or anything, but usually if you would have to have any patch or any separation or anything peeling, you'd have it around the nose, around the mouth. And even like the smile lines, this is just a line. There's nothing into the line. It's looking so flawless. I think if you have combination oily skin, jump onto this. It's still looking a little bit too matte for my liking. I think I just need to play with the powder slightly more and maybe use a loose brush to set it instead of the powder puff. So in my upcoming videos, obviously I will keep playing with it and just, I think I need to fine tune my technique and how I apply the loose powder. Definitely, I think also I'm gonna try the other primer, the glow primer. I'm just too curious because I am loving this. I'm happy I didn't choose the powder with a color. As I mentioned, I think the translucent for me is doing the job perfectly, and I just love how flawless my makeup is looking. Everything has stayed exactly the same. Obviously not the lipstick because I've had some food and you know it's not the most long lasting, but complexion is very, very nice. It's soft, it's that velvet matte finish, and it stayed in place as promised. That is it for me on today's review, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching this new review of the latest product at Dior. Of course, I have also ordered pretty much all of the new collection for fall at Dior, the Lucky Charm collection. So this is upcoming. If you have any questions, comments, put them down below. I will come back to you as soon as I can. Also, everything will be listed if you want to shop and purchase any of the product that I've used on today's look. Whether it's eyes, complexion, lips, everything will be listed down below, as well as what I am wearing. This is from M&S, Marks & Spencer. I will link it down below as well. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, follow me on socials as well, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.